So, in this video, I'm going to be covering how this brand was able to generate $30 million dollars in a 12-month period. And I'm going to be going through the entire funnel. And this will include the website, it will include the ads, okay, they were running, particularly on Meta, their organic marketing strategy, who they're targeting, where they're targeting, okay, the different channels that they're using, okay, how much traffic they're bringing to the website in order to generate this amount of revenue, and just talk more about their email marketing strategy as well, how they're able to retain customers and maximize their revenue. So watch this video to the end, okay, because it's going to be very valuable. If you've seen any of my other videos, you understand that I put in a lot of value and a lot of time into this type of content. So you're doing yourself a service if you're a brand owner who's looking to scale. Maybe you're doing over 10 to 20K a month and you're looking to get to the next level. Then this is the video for you, right? And just to introduce myself, I'm Sammy. Again, I've been working with brands like this, right, on sort of an even scale. Some are smaller than this brand, obviously. This brand is doing 30 million a year, so they're doing a fuck ton of money. But I've worked with brands who are doing over 5 million a year, 10 million a year, right? So I understand what works, what doesn't work for these e-commerce brands. Okay, for example, I was able to help this brand generate over $385,000, right, in a 60-day period. And you can see my name over here, right? So these are real results from real brands, okay, who are doing real money while the 99% are completely fucking up. They're not getting anywhere with their brands. And if you're in that position, then you're going to want to head and watch this video to the end, okay? Don't skip around. Don't do any of other stuff. Make sure you're not distracted too much, right? Because you're not going to take in all the information, and you're going to need to go ahead and rewatch this whole video, okay? So you understand everything that I'm covering. Because I'm going to get quite technical, okay? This is not just some little game that you play. This is real business. This is stuff that you need to understand, right? It can get complex, but it's simple, right? So that's what we're going to cover. And obviously, I've been able to do this for another brand. This is for Meta Ads specifically, okay? And this was for Meta Ads alone, right? With email marketing in the backend and organic. So this can be replicated by your brand as well. All you need to do is watch this video to the end and you'll understand everything, okay? So this brand is called AutoKnown. And before I go into the brand and what they do, just want to add in some notes here, right? Because this is very important, right? This is for serious brand owners, okay? This is not for drop shippers, for brands who are just starting out, okay? If you don't have the capital, you don't have a large budget to invest, then don't watch this video. Go ahead and watch something else. Go watch a dropshipping video, which is more appropriate for you. This is for real brand owners who are making money already and they look at the scale. They have the budget to do so, and they're not worried about breaking the bank or whatever it may be, right? So this is not for you if you don't in that category, okay? And like I mentioned in the previous video, this is going to be transparent, right? I'm not going to lie to you about the expectations, right? Because I want to manage your expectations, because I don't want you to think that you can make this type of money or be able to scale quite effectively if you don't have everything in place that you need, okay? So you can't do this with a shitty budget, okay? If you have a small budget, you're not going to be able to invest in the different things that you need in order to scale, right? Which includes the creatives, the website, and sort of the product, the ad spend, all of this stuff you need in order to scale, right? So watch this video to the end and then watch it again, like I mentioned, because again, this video is going to contain a lot of information which you need to understand, okay? And if you are not able to do that, then again, go ahead and watch something else, because this is for serious brand owners, right? And again, this is a fashion brand, right? As you can tell. So this will work with other types of brand, like beauty brands, healthcare brands, homeware brands, whatever it may be in the e-commerce space, right? The principles still apply to those brands. So whatever you may see here, you don't need to worry about the brand in particular. You just need to worry about the concepts, right? And the principles that go behind them being able to scale to $30 million in a single year, right? This is what this video is for, okay? It's not to go deep into the entire brand and sort of exclude other brands, right, who are not actually making clothing, right? That is not the whole point of the video, okay? So if you're not in that category, then don't worry, okay? And again, if you're not able to watch a video for 10 minutes, then you need to go ahead and click away right now, right? This is not for fucking people who have the attention span of a goldfish. If you're wanting flashy animations and for things to be lighting up on the screen, this is not the video for you, and you need to go watch something else. You need to go on TikTok and stay there and be, don't become a business owner, right? This is for serious brand owners, right, who want to achieve their goals and make a fuck ton of cash and be able to scale their brand to the next level and make a lot of profit. Okay, so if you're going to go ahead and click off the video halfway through, then don't go ahead and watch this video, because I don't want people like this ruining as sort of messing up my channel metrics, right? Because I need to get this out to people who are brand owners, who want to scale, who are serious, right? So if you're that type of person, again, if you're a drop shipper, you don't have any money to invest, and you'll have an attention span of a goldfish, right? Then you need to go ahead and click off this video right now. So I'll give you time to do that. Okay. So let's get straight into it. So this is a brand called Outerknown, and they've been able to generate over pretty much $30 million in a single year, right? Just shy of that. And they are a sustainable clothing brand established for an understated approach to design and an overstated approach to quality, material, and so on, right? They do men's and women's wear, okay? So they're unisex, and so they're catering to two audiences, which is, quite a good thing to do. It's quite a unique thing to do as well, because usually brands go for one gender, right? But they are instead going for both. And they are obviously targeting, or they have more men in their audience, right? But they are targeting women as well, which is good, which means that they're able to cater to a larger audience. So this is how they're able to make a fuck ton of cash, right? $30 million in revenue, because they're catering to a larger audience, right? Which is what you want to do if you want to scale. But obviously, if you're a smaller brand, you need to have a niche that you're catering to, right? But once you start to scale, you need to start to broaden out your horizons in order to acquire new customers, okay? So in terms of how much traffic they're bringing to the website, they're bringing 400,000 people, okay? So again, this is going to be a lot of people who are coming to the website, and this is how they're making over $30 million in a single year, which is like $2 million a month. So there's 400,000 people that come to the website, they're making $2 million from those people, which is a lot of revenue to be generating, right? So effectively, I'm going to go into how they're doing that, okay? So their bounce rate is 50%, which means that for every two people that are coming to the website, one of them is bouncing, is leaving after visiting the first page. So indeed, this is like an average, right? This is sort of the normal numbers that we're seeing. It's not under the average or above the average. This is sort of like average. But again, this is not make or break, but ideally you want this to be lower because you want more people to see more of your website pages, right? So you ideally want this to be below 40% if possible. That's like the dream situation. In terms of the number of pages per visit, right, they're getting around 3.3, 3.4 or so, which means that on average, one person is visiting around 3 pages on average, right? Which means you get some people visiting 5 pages, 6 pages, 7 pages, and then you get some people visiting 1 page, okay? So again, this metric is not the be all end all, but ideally you want this to be as high as possible. So you want people to be visiting more pages, right? And, per visitor, and that will allow them to get indoctrinated into the brand. They'll be able to understand the products better, and as a result, they'll be more likely to purchase, right? So there is some correlation between the pages per visitor and how much revenue is being generated per visitor as well. But again, their visit duration is around 1 minute 30. Again, this is not the highest. Usually you see other brands, which I've covered previously, who are doing 3 minutes, 4 minutes average duration, okay? So it's not the highest, but again, it's not obviously causing a lot of issues for them because they're clearly making their revenue back from the visitors that are coming through, and they're using certain strategies in order to get to that point, which I'm going to cover. Okay, so that's more or less on the sort of traffic and the type of traffic they're bringing. And in terms of the geography, as you can see here, they are targeting primarily the United States. So 85% of them are coming from the US, right? And why are they doing that? Because obviously they're based in the US, and the founder as well, all their team is based in the US, and they're targeting them because they understand the market, and it's a big market, it's the biggest market in the world, besides China, right? And they're able to, reach out to a lot of people who like to buy online and are able to buy clothing, right? So obviously, United States is the perfect place for that. You can see they're not really reaching any other countries, and that could be for logistical reasons, maybe shipping, for example, right? Taxes, so on and so forth, right? And it makes sense. But you can see primarily 85%. And this is what you want if you want to scale, right, to these type of numbers. You want to be hitting the American market, to be honest, right? You want to be trying to crack the market. Again, it's not the end of the world if you can't, but ideally, if you want to scale to these massive numbers, you need to be appealing to the American market. And this market size is like five times bigger than the size of the UK, right? So you definitely want to be tapping into that. Otherwise, you're losing out on that extra revenue, the extra market, which your competitors are tapping into. And that's how they taking up the market share while they're leaving you in the dust, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done. And that's why they're making quite a lot in terms of revenue, right? $30 million in a 12-month period. Okay. And in terms of the traffic sources, we can see here 42% is direct. Okay. This is one of the brands where they're getting more direct traffic than they're getting from organic search and a paid search. So they're being very successful in getting people to just type in the brand name in the search bar, right, of Google Chrome or Safari, whatever it may be, and go directly to the website. So this is obviously very good. And that's how they're able to get a lot of free traffic, how they're able to make a lot of profit as well. As you can see, 1% is coming from the search. So that includes organic search and paid search. Again, the organic search is getting people to search them on Google, and they end up seeing their search listing and they go ahead and click on that, right? Which is obviously a very good thing. And the only way you're going to get to that point is that you start running meta ads, right? And primarily, to get the traffic in which is what they did. And that's how they're able to, get people aware of the brand. And then as a result, they'll go ahead and search the brand on Google, right? Or they may type in, go there directly. Okay. They're also doing display ads. These are like retargeting ads that you find on the Google display network. So places where, they have Google partners such as Daily Mail, Entrepreneur, Forbes, etc. All these magazine websites where they have the ads on the side of the page, right? This is where the display ads are. So they do running ads for that. Okay. And also they have social traffic. Again, this is for desktop only. So this is not for mobile, right? With mobile, you can expect social to be at least 40%, right? Because they are running meta ads, right? And that's social ads, basically social traffic. So they will be getting a lot of traffic social on mobile, right? Because a lot of people use their mobile for social, right? Includes Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, etc., right? And then you got the remainder from referrals and email, right? So that's their traffic source breakdown. And you can see how they've been able to do very well with that. Okay, so we've just gone over the overview of Outerknown, okay, and how they're able to bring traffic to the website, who they're targeting, and what traffic sources they're using, right? So this is something you want to go ahead and replicate. If you didn't understand that, you need to go ahead and rewatch this part, okay, because it's very important. Because if you don't target the right people and you don't, use the right traffic sources, okay, or you use them in the wrong proportion, then you're not going to be able to, get the right ads. The organic market is not going to work well, and then you're not going to convert people on the website, right? You're not going to get a lot of traffic, and then as a result, you're not going to make a lot of revenue. Okay, so you need to understand, what traffic you're bringing to the website, who you're targeting, and what's the right traffic sources to use, and how you can get as much direct traffic as possible, right? How you're going to do that? You need to go ahead and rewatch this part, right? But now I'm going to go into the ads, right? So they are still running top of funnel ads, and Outerknown, they have a particular creative strategy and a marketing strategy in order to maximize the amount of traffic they're bringing to the website, and then be able to scale and maximize their revenue, right? So they're using loads of different ads. They run at least 50 ads or so when I checked, and they are using a good variety of ads in order to appeal to different parts of the target market, because at the end of the day, they are trying to appeal to males and females, right? And they're completely two different, audiences, right? So you need to be able to, or they need to be able to understand what their pain points are, what they like, what they don't like in their products and in their competitors' products, so they can go ahead and target it to them, in a tailored fashion, so that they can effectively convert them, right? So obviously, with men and females, they're taking everything into account. Okay, they're running different types of ads, and that's how you're going to be able to get to these type of numbers. It's not by just running any ad and not appealing to anybody. You need to appeal to a certain type of market, right? So obviously they're more of outdoors wear, as a sustainable apparel, okay, sustainable clothing brand. So they're going to be taking that approach, right? And with that niche, men and female, male and female, they are into sustainability in that niche, and they care about the environment. So that's what they're going ahead and push. They're talking about the features. Okay, as you can see, for example, here they got a video ad. They use it to explain the benefits and features of the product, and you can see the background. They're in the forest, right? So they are using that subliminal messaging in order to get people to feel like they are a sustainable brand. So it's very genius what they did there, right? They know exactly what they're doing with the creative, and they've gone ahead and used that as a prop in a way to get people to understand that this brand is sustainable and they have sustainable products. So you can see here they're building rapport and engagement. Okay, the woman here, she goes into the benefits of the sort of product that she's wearing, which is a jacket, and you can see they're promoting it in the copy as well. It's our best-selling style and coziest shirt ever made. They're using superlatives, right, in order to make it seem like they're number one, and try and create anticipation for the product, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done, and as a result, this is doing very well. Okay, they've gone ahead and done image ads as well, because not everyone is going to react well to videos. As you see, I've talked about many times on my channel and on the other videos, right? If you haven't seen those videos, go watch those videos after this one, right? I've covered how you need to be having video ads and image ads as well, because not everyone's going to react well to videos and not everyone's going to react well to images, right? So you need to have a combination of both, and then you need to see what's working best, right, for your brand in particular, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done. And in this case, they're promoting a different summer collection, right? They're promoting the summer set that they have. Again, they're using the female here because they want to attract females to their website, okay, and to the brand. So they are targeting women here. And obviously they have the copy here, which goes into, the sort of setting the scene for the collection, right? They're using a lot of imagery, type of language here. Pair with our pull on linen West pants for cool, easy wear in Somerset. So they're already saying, you can pair this with different products, and that's going to help you to, that's going to help them maximize AOV as well. Okay, which is, you definitely want to implement this type of strategy in your ads, and that's going to help you to do very well and convert a lot of people, right? So again, they're conveying the branding. Okay, they have a unique branding, which I'll show on the website as well later on. And they're showing the product in the best light as well. You can clearly see what they're wearing. Again, it's very aesthetic, and that's what you need when it comes to fashion brands, your clothing brands. You want the clothing to be attractive because that's what they're buying in the first place, and you're catering to their need, right? The target market's need to look fashionable in the product. So you can clearly see here, that is the case, right? In this situation. Okay. Now, after that, you can also see that they are running different types of ads. This one in particular is a DPA ad, and this ad is stands for a DPA, so a dynamic product ad, and this means that they're going to be showing the website's products depending on machine learning and the algorithm, right? So in this situation, they have it on a white background. This takes visitors straight to the product page. So whatever they viewed on Meta, right, on Facebook or Instagram, they'll see that ad and it will go straight to the product page, and they'll see the same product. So they're a lot more likely to convert because they're being taken to, there's consistency there. So they're being taken to the product page, and they can see the details of the product in more detail, more information on the product. And then as a result, they are a lot more likely to purchase, right? So this can be used for targeting people who have never heard of the brand before, people who have visited the website already but not purchased. And you can even use this for people who have engaged with the brand previously. You can use this for people who have also bought from the brand as well. So there are four different types of audiences you can use this type of ad for, and it works extremely well. And you can see they're using, this is another example of the DPA, right, where they have a different product. And again, all of this is based on Meta's machine learning capabilities and their learnings from the pixel, okay? And that's, this is what this is based on. And they're showing this to different people at different times, right? And based on what they think will get the best conversion, right? So that's how they're building up these type of ads. So it's very complex. Meta knows exactly, what they need to show to certain people, and it works very well. So I highly recommend that you run dynamic product ads alongside these creatives as well. And you want to separate these two. You don't want to combine these two together, right? You don't want to combine DPAs with these creatives because they tend to spend more on the DPAs, right, when it comes to the meta ads. So you want to separate these in two different campaigns, and you want to let them run. Okay. So obviously they have other video ads they're running, okay, for different products, and they're using different models to appeal to different parts of the target market. And they're showcasing the products, and it's going to appeal to different types of people, which is obviously what they want. They want to encourage inclusivity. They want to reach out to more people. In order to do that, they need to do better targeting with the ads itself, with the creatives. They need to use different models and use different aesthetics, right, which will help to get more people interested in the brand. Okay. Not everyone, for example, you guys viewing this video now, not everybody's going to like this ad. Okay. Already, you haven't even seen the ad yet. You're not going to like this ad for whatever reason, right? It may not be resonating with you because of the model. It may not be resonating with you because of the clothing itself, right? However, and also the gender as well, right? If the male product is, if a male's wearing a product, it's not going to resonate with women, is it? So they, in this ad, they're particularly trying to appeal to men, okay? And whereas in this ad, they're appealing to women, obviously. So that's just why they're using different models, because they understand that different people have different interests in their products, and they're not going to resonate with all of the video ads that's being shown to them, right? And not all of the models are going to relate to them. So that's why they use different ads. That's why you see brands with different models, and why they keep showing different models all the time, because they understand the target market and what biases they have, right? Unconscious biases they have, and they're going to go ahead and take advantage of that, right? So, the consumer, they think they're smart, but they're not, right? On that level, right? They have unconscious bias, which they're not aware of. So when they see this type of ad, they're going to react differently to when they see this ad, for example. And all these big brands, Louis Vuitton, Sephora, Paris 100, all these other brands, right? Balmain, all these other brands, especially in fashion space, they understand all of this different stuff, right? So they're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And that's why you see these different models, okay? Now, in terms of that was a meta ad strategy, and you can see how this is contributing to them generating $30 million in a year, and how they're bringing tons of traffic to the website, 400,000, in total, right? So a large part of the strategy of their success is coming from the meta ads they're running, okay? Which is why I personally help out, and consult brands on their meta ads, because they need to, if they want to grow, they need to increase their awareness, they need to get new customers, right? Get more, better acquisition. And so the best way to do that is via Meta, okay? With Google, you can potentially do that, but it's very difficult. You're limited by search volume, okay? And I don't have the most experience with Google compared to Meta, right? So I do consult on Google, but Meta is where you need to be putting your money on and trying to scale from there. And then the traffic from Meta will go to Google, okay? So you can't not be running this, okay? It is sort of compulsory. Despite all of the competition and all this stuff, right? Their strategy is in order to maximize your ROI with Meta. And I've been able to do that, as I've shown you, with brands like this, where we generate $385,000 in a 60-day period, right? With primarily Meta ads and email marketing combined, where we weren't using any Google ads at all. And it did very well, okay? So that's how they're doing it. And obviously, this is just a part of the strategy. They are running a lot more ads. And so they are scaling effectively, right? And in terms of the organic marketing strategy, you can see that they are using Instagram. Okay, they're growing a following on Instagram. They have 220,000 subscribers. And again, they're posting consistently on there. They have over 2,300 posts, right? So you can imagine that they are being very consistent. They are posting high quality content as well. Okay, so they have quantity, they have quality of content, and that's how they're growing. Okay, and obviously they may be using Instagram boosts to increase their following, which is fine, but you still have to be posting high quality content, and you have to be posting frequently as well. So that's what you need to do, right? That's all you need to focus on, is that you have high quantity of content that you're posting on Instagram. And again, if you're a fashion, health, and beauty brand, your audience is on Instagram. So there's no reason why you should not be posting on there consistently, okay? Because this is free traffic that you're getting, and this will be free revenue that you'll be able to generate as well, right? Once you produce this high quality content, if you need influencers, models, whatever, you need to go ahead and get them. That's why I said you need capital in the first place. Again, if you're not having the capital to invest in all this stuff I just covered, then you need to not really watch this video, because you're just wasting your time, right? This is for people who have the capital to invest in these different things, because you're not going to get to whatever it may be. You're not going to double your revenue, triple your revenue, if you don't have the capital to invest in ads, in creatives for the ads, in creatives or organic marketing, right? So you need to have that capital first. If you don't have that, then you need to go ahead and get the capital, go get a 9 to 5, go keep working. Don't waste your time watching these videos because, again, this is not suitable for you. Okay, this is suitable for bigger brands who want to scale much further. Okay, so you need to be posting frequently on there with highly aesthetic content. Okay, regardless of what vertical you're in, you need to be doing that, and that's going to help you to effectively scale organically. Okay, you're going to get some reels that go viral, some images or carousels that go viral as well if you keep posting more quantity, because obviously, as you know about the 80-20 rule, right? 20% of your content is going to get 80% of the impressions, engagement, and so on and so forth, right? And that is sort of like a natural phenomenon. So if you keep posting 1,000 times, eventually you're going to get at least, a couple of hundred of them doing very well. So that's effectively what you want. Okay, if not less than that, because in reality, you're going to get a small portion of them that do very well, especially if it's low, not the highest quality content. But if it's high quality content, then you're going to have a benchmark where you're going to keep getting a number of views. You're going to keep getting it's sort of like a baseline for the number of likes that you're getting on the post, and that's going to help you to effectively scale organically. Okay, so you go ahead and do that. Okay, and they also do the same thing on Facebook, where they post or they repurpose their content from Instagram onto Facebook, because Facebook organic reach is shit, as you know. So they just go ahead and repost whatever they posted on Instagram on here. Okay, you can see they have 80K followers, so quite a bit, and they pretty much implement the same strategy that they implement on Instagram, because there are very similar algorithms in terms of the organic marketing, right? So that's what you can expect as well. And in terms of the next steps for them, they are doing TikTok as well, but it's not as high as what other brands are doing, right? They're not posting as much on there. As you can see here, their brand, they only has 385 followers, but they have been posted a few times. They got a few tens of thousands of views, okay, which is good, but they're not consistent on there, right? For whatever reason, they're not able to be consistent on there. So again, this is organic, right? I highly recommend that you do TikTok, because that's going to help you to grow organically and get extra revenue, extra customers, and free marketing, essentially. So you can see why some of them got only 89 views is because the content that they're promoting here is not UGC creatives, right? This is a high production style, which is not suitable for TikTok. So that's why they're not getting a lot of views on there. Okay. Whereas these ones, you can see this one's UGC. They're using the UGC style text and captions. Okay. And that's what's working for them. And they need to keep posting more if they want to grow organically on TikTok. But when you're a bigger brand like this that is having a very good, robust paid marketing strategy like they do with their meta ads, then you don't necessarily need to depend on organic marketing like TikTok and Instagram. And neither should you rely on organic marketing, because organic marketing is sort of hit and miss, right? It's not predictable, right? When you do organic posting on TikTok and Instagram, the number of views that you're going to generate is not guaranteed, right? You may get less than 200 views. You may get more than 200 views. You may get 1,000 views. You may get 100,000 views, right? You don't know how many customers you're going to be bringing into your company, with organic marketing, right? So it's not a reliable source for you to be generating revenue. But what is a reliable source is for you to be running meta ads, okay? And this is your key in order to scale your brand and multiply your revenue, okay? Because you're able to understand how much you're spending, right, per month, and how much you're generating back, right? So that's how you're going to be able to scale is by having a predictable system and a predictable strategy where you know exactly how much money you're bringing in, the inputs, and how much money you're generating, the outputs, right? And then you have the system in the middle where you have all the inputs going into, and then you have the functions in there, right? Such as the creatives, the marketing strategies, etc., which is going to help you to produce the high return that you're looking for. So that's why meta ads is important. And again, that's why we were able to generate over almost 400K, right, in a 2-month period, okay, with this brand here, okay? So that's pretty much organic. So we just covered the organic. We just covered the ad strategy, okay, that they're using primarily, at least on Meta. And again, if you didn't understand these concepts, you need to go ahead and rewatch that part again, because it's very important that you understand it. If you don't understand it, you're not going to be able to implement any of this, and it's not going to make any sense to you, and you just wasted your time. So you need to go ahead and watch this part again and understand exactly how each of these ads are working in tandem, how you can go ahead and apply it for your brand so that you can be able to generate more revenue and be able to get more profits, right? So that's the ads, that's the organic marketing. Now, this traffic from both of these places, right, the organic and the ads, are going to go to the homepage, or they're going to go to the product page. Now, for the homepage, they will go and see the homepage, right? So when they land on the homepage, they'll be shown an email pop up. And in this situation, is getting them to opt into a competition, all right, for a prize, right? So you can see in this case, Kelly Slater's dream package, introducing full day experience as WSL Surf Ranch, all of these different things that they can go ahead and take part in, the experiences that it can go ahead and be rewarded if they enter in their email and enter the competition. And if they win it, they'll be able to get this dream package, right? So this is going to incentivize a lot of people to go ahead and purchase, right? Or go ahead and opt in, right? Compared to 10 to 20% off, right? This is a different strategy that you can go ahead and use. Let's say you're doing a competition for like a free gift or a prize, right? Or some sort of voucher, whatever it may be, or a free experience. Then you can go ahead and do this type of email pop-up, and this will work quite well for you. Otherwise, you can still go for the 10 to 20% discount, and that's also going to do very well. So either way, you still need to have an email pop-up, because again, not 97 to 99% of the people that visit your website are not going to purchase the first time they visit, right? So you need to go ahead and collect their information so they can reach out to them later. So the whole purpose is for them to get the email, and then once they've got the email, they'll be shown email campaigns like this, right? In the email marketing section, right? Which I'll cover in a bit. So that's why they run these email pop-ups, right? They're not doing it just for fun of it. They're doing it because they want to collect emails, get people's information so that they can go ahead and contact them later so they can go ahead and promote more of their products, right? And this is something you should be implementing already, right? You need to do this in the right way. It shouldn't be looking intrusive, unattractive. In this case, it's very simple, right? And it's clearly stating what they can win. So that's what you need to do, okay? Now, they did that. And then once you opted in, you'll be able to see the new arrivals, right? So this is the hero image that they're using. They contain both genders to have the promote inclusivity, which is obviously very important for this brand, who are promoted to, they're trying to target both genders. So they've got the male, obviously, model and the female model in the background. And again, it's with their brand aesthetic. You see they're very outdoorsy. They're going for that type of brand, right? Brand image. And so they have the new arrivals, right? The men can go to shop men's, the women can go to shop women's, okay? And they're on brand here, so very good. And I also got a free shipping bar, to United Kingdom on all orders above a certain amount. This is to increase the average order value, because if you spend less than £115, it means you have to pay for shipping, okay? And statistically, people don't like to pay for shipping, right? It actually lowers conversion rates if there's shipping costs in the checkout process. So what happens is they incentivize people to go ahead and spend more in order to pay for free shipping, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done here. And it's something that you should be doing as well, right? You should be having a free shipping threshold, right? Where people, if they spend more than a certain amount, then they can go ahead and get free shipping, right? Just like a basic offer. You don't always have to do discounts. That can be an offer that you can always provide all of the time. So that's what they're going ahead and done. And they have new arrivals as well. Okay, so this is to maximize conversions. They're showing the products. Even though people may not want to click on this one, they go ahead and look at the better arrivals here, or new arrivals here. And that's going to help them to convert. Again, it's in carousel format, so they can scroll past here and click on this button, and they'll be shown other products which they can go ahead and click onto and potentially buy, right? Or find out more information about. Okay, now after you scroll down, there will be another pop-up that's shown, right? This is to enter another competition. And here you can see they're using a hero image, again, of a surfer. Again, they're targeting their target market and their target customer, which is obviously men and people who like surfing, people who like outdoors, sea, near the sea as well, or near the river, whatever it may be. Okay, so these are the people they're trying to target. And they're asking for your email address. So that's what they're going ahead and done. And again, they're going to be taken to the email marketing section, right? Where they'll be targeted with email automations, campaigns, so on and so forth, so that they can go ahead and get them to buy again and again, right? So once you scroll down, they've been shown more products with the model, right? And they're showcasing the collections as well. As you can see here, they are promoting the shirts. Again, they do that so that people can go straight to the collection that they want to go to, and that helps to reduce friction, right? Because I'm sure you've been to many online stores. You tried to look for a product that you couldn't find, and you start getting frustrated, and instead you just left the website, right? And you never came back for a while, right? So loads of different people feel like that when they visit a website, and cognitively, they're not going to want to stay there forever, right? They're going to want to find the product that they want, especially men, right? Men, cognitively, they don't want to stay on the website, right, and browse. They want to go ahead and get what they want and then leave, right? So if they can't find what they want, they're just going to go away anyway, right? So they clearly showing, oh, this is the shirts collection. If you want to shop shirts, go ahead and click this, right? So they're making it very clear, to men at least, that, oh, go ahead and find the collection here. So that's what they're going ahead and done. This helps to increase conversions, right, and help to reduce the bounce rate. Okay, so again, they could do a better job of this because the bounce rate is close to 50%. But in the grand scheme of things, this is, pretty much doing its job by getting people to the collection, right? So that's what they do. And again, it's very important that this is paired with meta ads, right? And again, it needs to be paired with this, and this will work very well, right? So that's what they do. And then it goes straight, if you keep scrolling down, they're showing product suggestions, for use cases. For example, this one, getaway packing list, right? They're going to show you, what are the different products that you can use for different occasions. In this case, it's a long weekend getaway, right? So that's what they're going to head and done here. And again, they've done shop men's, shop women's, because they understand there are two genders who they are targeting, right? So they've gone ahead and done that, right? Very important. And then they showcase the best sellers. And it's interesting that they did this, right? Instead of showing the bestsellers at the top of the page, they're going ahead and show the bestsellers at near the bottom of the page, which is interesting. And I don't know if they split tested the website. They could do better if they put it at the top, because the bestsellers tend to sell better than the new arrivals. But it's good that they still put the bestsellers on the homepage, and it's still near the top, right? People will still see it. And again, they're trying to get people to buy and convert, right, when they show these different products, right? And you can see how they're using two different genders, right? They're trying to appeal to both genders, right? Their target market, right, by showing both of the models together. If they just showed the men, right, in these pictures, then women will be not included, right? They'll feel excluded. They won't click on the ad, and they will leave, okay? So they're very smart. They included both genders on the images so that they feel included, and they're more likely to go ahead and click onto the ad or click onto the web on the products, right? So that's what they're going ahead and done. It's very smart, and you need to think this way, right? You need to think about your target market at all times, right? Because they're the one that are visiting the website. They are the people that you're spending your hard-earned money on. So you need to make sure that you are catering to their needs, right? You're catering to their self-interest, right? So this includes showing the models which look like them and showcase the products in the best light, which is what they've gone ahead and done, right? They're showing the jeans on both genders, right? So now people are going to click on this ad, and they're wearing it with a company products. They look like normal people, right? And this is going to appeal to a large swathes of the population that they're targeting. So that's why they've gone ahead and done this, right? And then obviously they have other pieces of content, and then they have the feedback form, right? They have a feedback form here, right? As you can see, if you look closely, you will be able to see this here on the right-hand side, right? Feedback in the black widget here, right? When people click on that, they're able to give feedback, on all various different topics. For example, they go ahead and ask, what's the primary purpose of your visit to the website today, right? So they're collecting information on people's intent, right? Why are they on the website? Are they just browsing? Are they looking to make a purchase? What is the reasoning? Are they just fucking around? They're able to get this information from them so they can sort of make data-driven decisions that's going to help them increase the conversion rate and the performance of the website and of the ads as well. How effective are these ads? If these people are coming from Meta, they can provide feedback here, right? They can provide feedback, and then they can use that information to go ahead and iterate on these ads that are running on Meta. So it's an effective way to get people to go ahead and collect data and give feedback, which is feedback is very important. So do you have any issues with the site? Right, they can find out if there's any bugs, so on and so forth, or if there's any sort of website optimizations that need to be made, right? if you could change one thing about our website, what would it be, right? So again, they're being very strategic here. They're asking the target market, how can we improve the website for you so we can increase the conversion rates so we can get more money from you, right? So they're going ahead and be very smart about this, and they're just going directly to the customer and saying, okay, what can we improve upon? What do you need from us in order for us to cater to your needs, right? Which is very, very important. Okay. And also they ask these other questions as well. So this is more or less for website optimization purposes, but you could even ask them about, what products are you looking for? What products do you like the most? You could ask all sorts of different questions. It doesn't have to be these ones, but you definitely want to collect information from your target market so they can go ahead and iterate on your processes. And then from that point onwards, you're going to be able to scale much further, generate more revenue per customer, per visitor, and it's going to be a very positive cycle that you're creating, right? So that's what they're going to have done, and I recommend that you have a feedback form as well. Okay, so we just covered the homepage. You can see there's a lot of different things that they put in on the homepage, and this is what getting them to $30 million, right, in a 12-month period, right? They're not just running ads, okay? The ads are very important because it's going to get you the traffic in the first place, right? And you're not restricted by search volume and all this other stuff, right? You can just go straight to your target market and target them with tailored ads that appeal to their self-interest, and then get those traffic into the website, and then they'll be more likely to convert because you built the website correctly. You are catering to their needs. You're speaking directly to them, their pain points, their desires, right? Things they don't like, what they do like, right? And you can package that into your website, and that's going to help them to purchase, right? So that's what they did on the homepage. Now, the traffic from the ads, right, the meta ads, are going to go straight to the product pages as well. For example, when I previously mentioned about the DPA ads, right, these ads which showcase the product on a white background, and they will take the traffic straight to the product page of the product they just saw with the ad, right? So these ads will go straight to the product page. So on the product page, they will see the product, right? So they have the product shot in this case, and they have it on a white background. Again, this is to maximize conversion. In this case, they also have the model wearing the product as well in a lifestyle setting. And this is also very important because you want to give your visitors different perspectives of the product, right? Different angles of the product, it's different use cases, how it looks like in real life. And that's going to help them to have a picture in their mind of what the product will look like when they wear it, what occasions can they wear it for, and it helps them to make a decision on what they should purchase, right? So you're effectively helping them make a decision, making them purchase more of these products, right? If you just had one image, then it's just going to make it a lot more difficult for them to visualize what products they should, how it's going to be worn, etc. In the use cases you can see here, this is another image that we're using where the woman is surfing. Again, this is a very good image. And again, they're speaking directly to their target market. They're speaking to surfers. They're speaking to people who like outdoors, right? Like to be near the sea, etc. Who would like to wear outwear such as this, right, or swimwear in this case, right? So they're appealing to these different types of people, and you can see it's also sustainable as well, right? The communities that they're speaking to, they like sustainability, so they're appealing to all of these different types of attributes that people like. And so that's how they're able to get the conversions, right? So you can see they have a small description, okay? And you can tell that it's strategically written. You see, passion fuels us, water connects us. To celebrate water women everywhere, we bring back our favorite sea swimsuits, right? So they're using language that is going to appeal to the target market, again, in this case, women, and people who like the outdoors, the sea life, etc., who are passionate about it as well. So you can see how they're mirroring that in their copy. So that's very important when you want to speak directly to your target market. Okay. And again, they set the scene with the imagery. Okay. And this is how you get conversions, guys. You can't just be putting any crap on your website and expect it to convert people. You need to be very strategic. And this is why I consult brands on, because at the end of the day, they may have an understanding of the target market, but there's some things that they're not implementing, which is actually hindering their ability to scale, right? And this should be coupled with the ads, right? Again, the ads, the creators that you're using here, needs also to be tailored to your target market. It isn't just the product page. You need to have the ads and the creatives in order to invest into tailored messaging, right? That's why you need you need a sizable budget, right? You can't have a shoestring budget. This is not going to work, right? So make sure that if you do have a sizable budget, that you go ahead and rewatch parts of this video, okay, that you didn't understand, okay? And even if you did understand it, you need to watch it again, because again, I guarantee you that you miss a lot of different parts of the concepts I've gone over. So again, they also use on a model wearing the product as well in a studio setting, so it's a lot clearer than these types of lifestyle photos. Okay, so again, people appeal to different photos, right? Some portions of the target market, they like the photos on a white background. Some of them like the product on a model on a white background. Some like the lifestyle photos. Okay, some people like all three of them. So they've gone ahead and they cater to all different types of people, and this is how you maximize conversions, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done. And they also added information related to sustainability, fit, and care, right? This is most important to their customer in this case, because they care about sustainability, but they obviously have to care about how it fits them and how they look after the product as well, right? As you know, fashion, you need to know if it fits you, the size guide, does it fit small? Does it fit large? Or does it fit normally? All these different things. Is it stretch? All these different things, right? And how do you look after it? How do you wash it, right? And all of these different things are very important for the customer to know, right? So they have it full before they go ahead and purchase, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done, which is very good. And then they've got a product recommendations. Again, as I covered in my last videos, this is to increase the average order value, okay? And obviously the importance of increasing your average order value is to be able to spend more to acquire a customer. You make more profit, right? If you're bringing in a customer for £15 or $15, then if you're able to get each of these customers to spend $150, you just made a 10x ROAS, right? And the reason you made $150 is because you got them to buy 2 free items, right, from your website instead of just one. So that's the whole purpose of these product recommendations, to get more people to add more items to their basket, okay? Because at the end of the day, they can just buy this, right, the bikini top, but they need the bikini bottoms as well. The bikini top is £85, and the bikini bottoms is probably like £50, right? So they're gonna go ahead and promote that as well. As you can see here, right? They got the bikini bottom here for $89, right? So they are effectively showing you, okay, you're gonna want to match in bottoms for this, so you're gonna need to go ahead and spend money on this one as well. And that's $160 or $170 there that the customer will be spending the money on, okay, to get these products. Okay, so very powerful, right? And something that you should be implementing as well. And as you can see here, they have more just for you recommendations. They also have reviews, right? They don't have reviews in this case. And, it's beneficial to have reviews, right? And it will help. But in this case, you don't necessarily need it, right? I highly recommend that you have reviews. But if you don't have reviews, it's not the end of the world, guys, right? So you can still not have any reviews and still do very well. Okay, that's a misconception a lot of brand owners have, right? They think they need reviews or all this stuff. No, you don't need reviews. You just need to have a good product, and you need to showcase the product in the right way, and you need to also appeal to your target market correctly. You don't need to reviews all the time to do that. Okay, and they also have a live chat as well. Okay, so if they do have questions, they do have objections, they can go ahead and have the option or the ability to contact you and your team in order to have their questions answered, their concerns, so on and so forth. And that will help them to, pretty much, enable them to more likely to convert, right? So that's what they've gone ahead and done. And clearly it works, right? So that's how they're able to get to $40 million, right, in revenue, right? They're not just doing it just because they don't have reviews. They're doing it because they have a holistic strategy that works, right? Which includes the ads and includes a high converting website, okay? So there you go. So that's the product page, okay? And they also have the cart page. And in the cart page, I'm very happy with the cart page that they have, because they are using upsells, okay? They are trying to get people to add more to their basket. Not only do they do that with the product page, okay, by giving them product recommendations, but they're also doing it on the cart page as well. So as you can see here, they are showcasing other products, the field pant, chroma blanket shirt, right? All these different products, which the visitor can go ahead and add to their basket. And as we know, when somebody adds a product to their basket, they're more likely to add another one if being prompted to do so. So that's the whole purpose of all of this. And again, the ultimate goal is to maximize the AOV, right? The amount a customer is spending per order. And this is a very, very effective way to do that. This is one of the best ways to do that. Okay. So that's what they've gone ahead and done. Very, very good that they did this. And on top of that, they've also gone ahead and said free US shipping on orders above $125. So they are further incentivizing people to go ahead and add more to the basket in order to get free shipping. If they don't add more to the basket, they will have to pay for shipping. Okay. And a lot of people do not like to pay for shipping. So their best option is to add more to their basket, okay, to get free shipping. Okay. So very, very, very smart. Okay. So we just covered the website, how they structured the website, Outerknown, right? How Outerknown structured their website, how they've gone ahead and had the organic marketing strategy, right, in place and executed that. And then we also covered the top of funnel ads, the meta ads in particular, and how they're driving traffic to their website and maximizing the ROI, which allowed them to scale much further and be able to generate $40 million or $30 million in this case, rather. And again, this is part of the strategy. Okay, they're doing other things as well, but this is the main crux of it, right? Without this, everything will fall apart because they wouldn't be getting a lot of traffic to the website at scale and reaching their target market efficiently, right? Their website would not be converting because they don't have the different things in place that they need in order to increase the chances of them converting, right? All these different mechanisms, right, which are just covered. Again, if you didn't understand them, then you need to go ahead and rewatch the video or that part of the video, right? Because this is very crucial, right? Without this, you're not going to be able to understand it. Or if you need help with the meta ads, okay, like you need someone to consult you with the ads, the strategy, everything in place in order to sort of replicate this type of strategy, right? And it also help with the website, you know, how to set it up properly, right? And the best practices for that. And also how get the right people to do it for you if you can't do it yourself. Then go ahead and book in a call below. Okay, the link is in the description, right? You should know how to get to the link in the description. Just click show more, right? And you can book a call and I can go over whether see if you're right fit. You should have the capital invest in the first place. Otherwise, don't book a call at all, right? And then we can see if you're a good fit. Okay, so this is what you need to be doing. You need to have all of this in order to be able to scale. Okay, people think you just need to be able to run ads. No, you need to have the whole package, right? Because it's 2024. There's other brands doing the same thing as you. It's high barrier of entry, right? So you need to be able to have all of these different things in place, okay, in order to get traffic to the website in an efficient manner, and then be able to convert that traffic and maximize the average order value, okay, in order to be able to invest more money into the ads, okay? So that's what you need to do. And again, if you didn't understand all of this, go ahead and rewatch the video, rewatch the part of the video you didn't understand. Okay, so this is the part of the funnel. Now, once they go ahead and purchase, it doesn't end there, right? Because now this is an opportunity for them to go ahead and target them with email marketing campaigns, email automations, okay? And this is where they start to showcase their branding again, okay? They got this type of email and they say summit is here, right? Out of office, right? This is sort of an interesting call to action. Usually brands will put shop now. Instead, they put out of office. Now, I don't know how well this email converted, but ideally you want to have a strong call to action. This is not really a call to action when you say out of office, but I guess they're trying to be unique or they're split testing something, right? But yeah, they build brand consistency with this. And again, you can see they're using a male model in this case. They're trying to appeal to men. They do have other emails appealing to women, which is why they segment it out, right? You obviously, if you send this email to women, you're going to lower your open rates, you're going to lower your click-through rates, and you're going to lower your email deliverability. So they will have to segment their email marketing is based on gender and based on other factors as well. And then show them tailored emails in order to maximize the open rates, maximize the click-through rates on the website, and therefore maximize the revenues that they're getting per email. Okay. So they have to be very intelligent like this because they're a big brand. They have tens of thousands of people on the email list from both genders. So they're going to need to segment this out, and that's what they're doing. So obviously they're showing more images, of different products on the models, okay? And it's a lifestyle type of imagery that they're showing. Again, it's on brand, okay? That's the type of people that they're trying to appeal to, and it works very well, okay? they're showcasing the branding, okay, and explaining, giving a little description on sort of the products and what the collection involves as well, okay, and they continue to do that along the email, okay. So this is working very well for them, right? And again, it's on brand. They're showcasing the products in the best light, and they're appealing to their target market. And there's clearly, they can go ahead and click on these images and go to the product page or the collection page. Ideally, they should have a call to action such as shop now, right? But in this case, they didn't. I don't know how well good the email click-through rates are for this particular email, but I believe it can be improved if they had a shop now call to action next to these images, right? So that's what they did for the email. Okay, they have many other emails as well, but that's effectively the idea, is to get people into the email list and then segment them by gender and be able to show them tailored messaging so they can bring them back to the product page and the collection pages, and then they can go ahead and convert on that product. So this is very powerful, and I hope you learned a lot from that, okay, because this is the entire strategy, more or less. Obviously, they're a massive brand now, so they have other avenues that they're probably exploring, such as retailers, so on and so forth, but that's on a more advanced level, okay, which you don't need to worry about at this point, because you're not even bringing traffic to your website from the ads that you may or may not be running, right? So you need to fix this first. This is the easiest way to scale, okay, and acquire new customers, okay? Now, when it comes to the ads, because you probably run ads before, okay, if you're a bigger brand and you spent money on ads, you will understand that you didn't get return that you wanted. And the reason for that is because, one, of the creatives that you're using, okay, you may be using good creatives, but also how you're communicating with your target market. It may not be optimal for you to get the maximum ROAS. And then you've got the website as well, maybe where you're sending them to is inappropriate for what the ad they saw. And the website may not have the elements which I've just covered, right, which this brand does. And that's stopping them from converting, right? And third, again, with meta ads in particular, right, the cost per acquisition is going up. It's getting more expensive to advertise on there. So the whole strategy should not be based on you maximizing your ROI on meta ads in particular, right? The whole strategy should be getting as many people into your brand as possible, right? Whatever the cost per acquisition is. And then you should be maximizing your AOV, right? Which is what they're doing. This is what Outerknown are doing, okay? I don't care if you're at 200K a month, 300K a month, 400K a month, right? If you're not maximizing the AOV of your orders, right, that your customer and your visitors are spending, then you're not going to be growing. You're not going to grow your account. Yeah, you're not going to grow the account, the ads. You're not going to grow the brand as a whole. You need to get more people to spend more money on your products, right, per order, right? And you need to find ways to do that, okay? And then after you get these emails, the contact information, whatever it may be, they purchase, you need to be hitting them up with strategic emails that speak to them, okay? And then get them back in there and then get them spending more. And this way you maximize your lifetime value, okay? This is the game that you should be playing. You should not be paying ROAS game anymore, okay? If you want to scale aggressively, right? I've seen this, right? Personally, with brands I work with, right? They're being capped by the ROAS that is they're, pertaining themselves to, right? This is what they, sort of benchmarks that they give themselves, the ROAS. But they're being restricted by that because they're trying to get 3x ROAS on cold ads. People have never heard of the brand before. So when people come to the website who have never of a brand that they've never heard of, they're not going to buy from the brand straight away. And so if you're going to try and get a 3x ROAS target, you're just shooting yourself in the foot because these people are not going to buy the first time and they're not going to convert the first time. So you're going to get low ROAS. It means you got to spend less in order to be able to reach that target. So you see other brands, other competitors, they don't care about their ROAS, right? You see a lot of brands don't even talk about ROAS. They care about how much they're spending to acquire a customer, okay? Because they know that 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now, their lifetime value is going to be 10 times higher than that. So you need to understand you should not be working off of ROAS, okay? There's a time and place to be working off of ROAS, but you need to know the lifetime value of your customer, okay? I know many people, right? Me personally, like entrepreneurs, people who are in other verticals, right? They are growing, but because they are focusing on the lifetime value of the customer. They understand how much they're spending in their lifetime, and then they use that information to go ahead and understand they can acquire a customer for a much higher amount than they would have if they didn't know the lifetime value of the customer. Okay, so you need to have that information. Okay, and if you don't, you need to go ahead and talk to somebody, right? Whether it's me, whether it's Clavio, right? You need to get this information from your email provider, right? Your software that you're using, right? Which should be Clavio, by the way, because Clavio is the best. You need to go ahead and get this information from your marketing manager, wherever it may be, right? Because if you don't understand the lifetime value of your customer, then you don't know how much they're spending with your brand. And if you don't know how much they're spending with your brand, how the fuck are you going to be able to run ads and be able to acquire new customers if you don't know how much you're spending to acquire this customer and you don't know how much they're spending on your website, right? This is something that you should know as a brand owner. You really should understand how much your customers are spending on average, right, with you, right? Because this is your business, this is profits, this is a game. This is a game of numbers, right, that you're playing. And this is why you're restricted, because you don't have these numbers, in front of your face to understand, okay, plain and simply, a customer is spending $300 with me every single year. This means I can acquire a customer at $100 and I'll be able to make a 3x ROAS at the end of the year. So you need to have that understanding, okay? So if you're at 500K a month, whatever it may be, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month, then this is something that you need to go ahead and switch over to, okay? That's the type of model that you need to switch over to. So this is what Outerknown have done. They're not using ROAS, okay? To get to $30 million a year, they're not looking at ROAS. I can guarantee you that. They're looking at how much they can spend to acquire a customer. And then from that point onwards, they're going to go ahead and use email marketing. They're going to look at how much they're spending per order, okay? And they know their lifetime value, so they can spend hundreds of dollars, right, to acquire a customer. So you need to go ahead and make sure you're implementing that as well. Okay, so that's how they're able to get to $30 million every single year. Now, obviously, you watched all this. If you didn't understand parts of it, you need to go ahead and watch it again. And whatever it may be, right? Whether it's the meta ads, which I help consult brands on, whether it's the website, which I consult brands on as well, the organic marketing strategy, right? All of these different things you need to understand in order to maximize your revenue, okay, in the quickest way possible, right? And from that point onwards, you got to be able to understand your lifetime value of the customer, okay? Before, while you're sending out these emails, you need to understand that, okay? So in order to maximize the back-end revenue, in order to see sustainable growth of the business, okay? Because like I said, as it gets more expensive, getting more competitive, and your competitors know exactly what they're doing when it comes to how much they should be spending and how much they can scale by and ensure a profit, okay? This is the most predictable way to get profits. So that's what they're doing, okay? So you're wondering how to kind of implement this for myself. You can go ahead and do this for yourself, okay? This will take a couple of years for you to do because this is very complex for a beginner to go ahead and execute upon, okay? And you'll make a lot of errors in the process. You'll make a lot of mistakes. You spend a lot of money and you won't get much return back from it because you're not understanding the nuances, right? You're not able to understand the nuances because you don't have the experience. And you may be hiring the wrong people as well, right? To help you do this for you. Or for example, you may be hiring agencies who just burn you in the ass, who are pricks. They don't know what they're doing. They're just beginners. You got some 16-year-old from the Netherlands telling you exactly how to run ads when they can't even wipe their ass, right? So these are the people you listen to. And as a result, you're getting shitty results. You're getting burnt by agencies. And then you're thinking, oh, I can't work with agencies anymore. And I don't trust anybody who's trying to sell to me via Instagram, right? That is your sentiment. This is what you're thinking, right? When you should be working with somebody who can give you the insights, the strategies, that's working with the biggest brands currently right now and working with them as we speak, and then be able to implement it for yourself. And then once that person is gone, you still have the resources, you still have the strategies that is working, and then you can still go ahead and implement it with your team, okay? That's how you're going to be able to grow, okay? You don't need an agency, right, who once they work with you, they get shitty results, or even if they do get good results, once they leave you, you're back to square one because they've taken all of the intellectual property with them and you're left with nothing. So that's why you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing, okay? So that's option number one, is you do it yourself, you make the mistakes, and you waste a fucking ton of time, right? And again, time is finite. You should not be doing that, right? As a business owner, time is money. Okay, you can't make back your time, but you can make back your money. So you should be investing in your brand as soon as you fucking can, because you don't have any time left. Okay, I don't know how old you are, but you need to be hurrying up, okay? Because you're not getting any younger. You need to go ahead and make your dreams a reality, whether it's scale your brand to the next level, whatever it may be. Get your brand there as much as possible, promote your products, promote your brand. You need to go ahead and take action right now, okay, whatever it may be, in order to scale your brand, okay? So you don't take that option. I don't recommend doing that option. But again, if you're that type of person who's, big-headed and doesn't really want to take advice from somebody who's been there, done it, then you can go ahead and do that. But you're just wasting your time and you have no one to blame but yourself, okay? Or option number two, you can work with somebody who has experience with working with the biggest brand in the world and in the market, so various markets, whether it's fashion, health, and beauty, okay, and has generated results like this, where I worked with a brand who generated $385,000 in a 60-day period, $64,000, $70,000, $63,000 with a 3.2x ROI in the month, and so on and so forth, right? There's so many results, right, that I've obviously been able to be involved with. And again, these are just on the lower side, right? I have obviously brands which I can't disclose the numbers that they're generating, right? Or showcase the case studies, right? But they're doing a fuckload more than these people and these brands, right? And again, these strategies are very similar to what I've just showed you right now. So this is this is how much value is being provided here, and this is what you're missing out on. But again, you want to be working with somebody who has the ability to help you out. Okay, so I help out with the creative. I help sort of consult you on the best creative strategy to implement, whether it's that having certain creatives, and I also help out with the meta ads. So consult you on how to strategize your ad strategy. Who to hire if you want to hire somebody, right? Because as a business owner, you should not be running the ads yourself. You should have a marketing manager who's going to help you to do that, and you need to hire the right person. So I help you out with that as well, if that's the option you want to take, which it should be if you want to delegate and actually scale your brand and get more time freedom, all these different things, which you should be doing as a business owner. I help out with the organic marketing strategy, how to what to do on the different platforms, right? Which platforms to be on, how to post consistently. This sort of methods you can use. What your competitors are doing, how to emulate them, how to get the creatives. How to pump these creatives and use them for organic. I also help up the website. Okay, so I consult on how to build the best practices for the website. Similar to what I've just covered in the video, and how it can be tailored for your brand as well, because every brand is different. Right? What I've just covered here is very general. Okay. You won't be necessary for you to implement all of these different things, and depending on your brand and your target market, they won't be appropriate. So I give you tailored recommendations on what to include right on your website, how to even price your products, right? Because I can give you insights into that, because maybe you may making errors like that, right, where you're pricing it incorrectly, or you're not using certain you're not giving the right incentives, right, for people to go ahead and convert. And from the result of that, you'll get revenue in return. And it doesn't stop there, because now you have to have a robust email marketing strategy, robust backend strategy, where you can go ahead and retain customers who will be able to come back and purchase again and again. So it becomes a positive spiral. You end up with sustainable growth, which is what you want at the end of the day. You don't want to be, no brand wants to be scaling to 100K a month, then 200K a month, and then doing 50K a month, then 10K a month, right? We don't want a brand like that. So you need to be stacking cash. You need to be bringing in customers in and then retaining them, getting them to buy again and again. Okay, and this is how you're going to be able to scale your meta ads and be able to fund different parts of the business. Okay, which is what we want. Okay, so I consult on all of these different things. Okay, so this should be very simple to understand. All right, and I also provide on my program, which is a 16-week program. Okay, 24/7 Slack communication. So obviously, part of the program is I'll be communicating with you, giving you recommendations. And then obviously we have Zoom calls as well. Okay. And also I'll provide you resources, related to that's tailored for you and is able to give you most leverage when it comes to trying to scale your brand and get you to the next level. Okay. So if this sounds good to you and you need help with any part of the equation that I've just shown you, okay, then you need to book in a call below. Okay. And see if you're a good fit. Now you should know if you're a good fit, not because I've just told you that you need to have the right capital and have a budget to spend on all of these different parts of the operation, right? If you don't have the capital, then obviously don't book in a call because you're just wasting your time, and you should be actually getting the capital first. And I just told you at the start of the video as well that you need that. So this should not be sort of something that you're not aware of, right? And again, this is not a call to ask me what I do. I just told you, right? As I said in the last video, I just done this video. We recorded this for an hour now. I just told you what I did. It's very obvious what I do. I consult brands on scaling them to the next level. I alleviate their bottlenecks, right? So you need to obviously make sure that you have that problem that I will be able to solve, right? If you are a brand, you feel like you don't have any problems currently, then you either do, but you're not aware of it. In that case, you should book in a call. Or, you have the problem or you don't have any problems, so you don't need to speak to me, right? So if you don't come on the call and say, you can, I highly still recommend that you book a call, right? Because then I'll be able to troubleshoot any problems that you're not aware of. Because if you weren't having any problems, you'd be able to scale very aggressively. You'd be doing these type of numbers, but you're not. So you definitely have bottlenecks in your business, which needs to be solved, right? And I will be able to solve. So either way, you should book in a call, okay? See if you're a good fit, okay? You need to have the capital, right, to invest in my program and in ad spend, creatives, so on and so forth, okay? And again, my program costs a couple of thousands of dollars, okay? So that should give you an idea of the type of money that you need to invest, right? If you want to work with me and allow me to consult your brand and be able to achieve your desired outcome, okay? So, and I told you my price is going up, so maybe a couple of $1,000s now, but it's going to keep going up as my time gets more limited, right? Because it's quite valuable. I'll still work with big brands, and obviously I want free time as well, so I'm not going to work with brands 24/7. So, if you want to work with me, then it will cost more over time, right? And again, if you're not ready to book in a call, no problem. Go watch my other videos. You should have watched at least 7 hours of my content anyway, because again, this information here, you would have not have understood it the first time. So you should be watching this all again and again and again, right? You should be binge watching my content, because this is what's going to get you to the next level, okay? It's very valuable to your entire business, right? You don't need to be watching any other video from other channels, because again, it may not be suitable for what you need. Okay, they're not going to teach you how these brands are making a fuck ton of money. They're just talking about drop shipping, how to run meta ads, right? Which they're doing for smaller brands, which are not scaling, right? Because they're not implementing the right strategy. And they're agencies as well, all these other channels that you're seeing. So they're just trying to make a quick buck. They're trying to get people on retainer and keep them there, right? Whereas I'm a consultant, I don't do agency work, right? I don't do that. So you need to go ahead and rewatch these videos. Watch my other videos as well. I'll tag one here in the top right hand corner. You can go ahead and watch that one. Otherwise, book in a call below and speak to me, and make sure you have the capital to invest and get ready to start. Okay? So see you there.